Good morning to all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ramakrishna sir, Professor Subramanian, my IPR family, KSCST family, coordinated by Vivek, scholars and learned participants. Before getting into the IP, I would like to inform you the kind of work we do in the council. As already informed by Professor Subramanian, we established the council in 1875, and we are the first council to be established in India. In all these states, we have similar such councils funded by Department of Government, Science and Technology. The basic objective of this council is to take the SNT interventions either developed by any institutions, mostly academic institutions, to the field. That's our fundamental goal. And promote SNT policies. I'll try to inform you about the work we do and also related to the today's topic of IP as well. The first and foremost is we have this GIS and remote sensing cells in each of the districts. We have 30 districts in states. And probably this is the only state which has a spatial data centers funded by Government of Karnataka and established in districts planning cells, working since 1992. The only state which is recently done it is Uttarakhand, and the other state which is close to this is West Bengal. That means, first of all, we are very happy to be part of the Karnataka state, because Karnataka since beginning is promoting these things, kind of things which is unheard of in other states. I don't think any other state will fund a spatial data center, not at the state level, at the district level, and fund it for almost close to 30 years. That's and what we do there is provide assistance to district line departments, which are 30 plus line departments like agriculture, forestry, and so on and so forth, and assist them in their action plans and monitoring and evaluation of their projects, including the decision making. Today, all the line departments, deputy commissioners, CEOs. But here, it's only knowledge based, we don't have any IT here. The next thing is water. This is one of the things. Water, we work mostly on quality and quantity also. One of the foremost thing that we are doing is rainwater harvesting. One of my colleagues, Mr. Kumar, is doing this. Probably must have read his articles, because it comes repeatedly in the newspaper as well. Rainwater harvesting, I think the council is involved almost 2 decades from now. The issue is that when we started, and my colleague developed a patent somewhere in 2008-9. But we know the problem of water. We have a patent. But the problem is that nobody is going to use rainwater harvesting unless either it's too essential for him or mandated by law. So we went for a policy, that is the state policy for rainwater harvesting. Because in any state without a policy mandated, I think no one is going to accept it. So this is the second state. I think Chennai is the first city to make a rainwater harvesting mandatory. Ours is the second thing wherein it's made mandatory. So the rainwater harvesting cell which we have here, when we do work, we need to build the entire ecosystem to see that our inventions actually goes into the right place. Otherwise, I have a patent, no policy, nothing will happen. Fortunately for us, we worked for the policy for 2 years in 2007-9. That policy now mandates all plots having more than 30-40 has to have a mandatory rainwater harvesting thing. This is one other thing, and during that time we also learned that our patent cell got started in 2005. So we also brought 2 policies, one for the rainwater harvesting policy, that is for the implementation, and we also brought the IP policy, so that whatever the patent we have till that time has to have a proper dissemination of patenting also. That's one of the things we do. Next thing is I think we have 200 plus engineering colleges, and we run one of the largest program called SPP since 1975. This is the 42nd year of this thing. Uh, Professor Ramakrishna already told the Vice Chancellor that we need to do the prior art search for each of these projects. I think the kind of projects that in engineering we need per year, the idea itself is close to 60,000 ideas per week. Because roughly 3-4 students per project, and we have 2 lakh odd students, and we received close to 3,600 projects this year, out of which we funded 700, so roughly about 20%. But for your surprise, even from Indian Science, many engineering colleges ask us to give an idea, but I don't think it's possible for us to generate 50,000 ideas in a year. But most of the time we get the projects which are repetitive in nature, but only what we say is there any innovativeness in this project, even though it is a regular thing? And also whether the student has really understood something about it, because the project whole period is about 3 to 5 months. That's what they do. And in this we also have a problem because it gets done in 8th semester, so the students leave after that. So sometimes the projects breaks up. So we last year we called a meeting with all the colleges and tell them that we need to continue these activities till you attain a perfection in that particular technology, because otherwise it can't be left. So in that we have a category 1, category 2 projects. When we get the idea it's going to result in something, we also fund those projects in the second phase. And we expect all the engineering colleges to see that all these ideas doesn't go with the students and remain in the college, and the college continues to do so. So what we need is an incubation center for that as well, as see. One is the ideas, other is the infrastructure, and the whole gamut of ecosystem has to come into place. Otherwise, if one of them is missed, something will go wrong. And this year we received quite a good projects. One is prosthetics, 3D printers, and a few of them are connect copy, things like that. And here my request is that the CMR group of institutions to also submit projects to us, because we have not received many projects from this institution. Being a IP cell, being a partner here, we will be also be proud to have more projects from this institution. We expect at least next year more projects from this. And we also established virtual classrooms, which is one of its kind. It's for 8th standard or 10th standard. And it's doing well, that's so especially in government schools. Probably government of Karnataka is trying to replicate in at least 2,000 schools in the coming years, so that this is e-learning. That is, you have the 8th, 9th, 10th physics, chemistry, maths, all of it is in the video 3D experiments, so that students can learn on their own. Everybody will get a pad kind of thing, so they can do that. Apart from that, we have many things. I just mentioned one or two, so that alternate building technology. This is one of the things which are our Indian Institute of Science is almost 4 decades now. The research is going on, I think, more than 10 PhDs and more than 20 MSc engineering, and close to 100 papers probably. But we call it as IIC technology, but there is no patent in this, and probably. But from that beginning, that group used to work, and it was more interested in seeing the results goes to the field, because in civil engineering, hardly see any patents. See, we see patents more in electricals and electronics, IT and all that. But this thing is going on 40, but the only happiness is that whatever the work that's been done, it is not remained in the lab. Close to 1 lakh houses have been built so far. That means, even though we do not have any patents there, publications are the only thing. But we are proud that we have made a difference in the system, because building this 1 lakh houses, I'm telling you, not even a single house is government funded. Each house is funded by an individual. That means people do trust this technology, because any other technology is easy, because you buy for 100 rupees, even if it goes up, it's okay. but the construction costs you 1 crore, so that the technology should be sound enough so that people use it. So in that way we are proud, because 1 lakh houses into 1 crore, that is the amount of business people have done. So that's a huge thing, alternate building technology. And still we are working on it, because we are perfecting every day and we are bringing out new walling and roofing elements. This research goes on. So every engineering college should also have a cell for continuity of their projects and programs, otherwise it should not end up as a one of a kind. Before getting into the IP, there's one other thing we have done is energy. There are few patents with us. One is HUC, hybrid electrolyte capacitor. This is one of the premier thing, because most of the batteries, we are using batteries for close to a century, and this only the capacitor comes as a new thing, it's a hybrid one. Here the patent is with the IP of one of our faculty, Professor Shukla, and it's now given to an industry, because largely we work with the industries, because without industry our inventions, whatever it isn't full. So we need to, for all this from windmill, solar, all the things that we work on, wind gas press and Astravali chillers. We have close to about 25 products and services in rural things. We always work with industries, whether it isn't, we can't do that job ourselves, because ours is in academic institutions. And this thing, we are able to put it across all the states of India, at least 10 states in India, again Government of India funded thing. We are proud to say that the patenting done, because the professor was worrying, see, I have a patent, now it's good, but how do you disseminate it? See, once you have a patent, you also have an industry, but the market has to get to know, because somebody has to infiltrate the market. Initially, you need also subsidy for that. So we also work with the government to see that the technologies are good enough. We write to whosoever funding agency to get the money so that it gets propagated, gets a foothold in the market, then it can stand on its own. For example, one of the best things that I could say is solar water heating system. When I joined the council in 85, solar, which every house has a solar water heating now. We used to give 3,000 to 4,000 rupees subsidy. But that time, I think you must have heard about MNES, Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Sources. They used to give us funds for subsidy. But that time, Government of India made it sure that we will support any technology for 5 years by giving subsidy. And at the end of the 5 years, if the technology is not good enough, either it will stay in the market. Fortunately, now, no subsidy required, no incentives required. Solar water heating systems, rainwater harvesting technology, then energy thing that HUC. These are all technologies which we are proud that the council involved in or seeing the light of the day without any government support and without any subsidy from anything. These are but we struggle for quite a bit of time. It is not that this process is I think if you wanted to stay in this development of technology, it has to be a long-term only. It is not a short-term effort, because energy is now coming back to all this done. IP. Imagine Government of India in 2005, they wanted they had a goal in 10 years we would like to achieve, go to certain stage. First thing is setting up a cell. Forget about IP center. First of all, if there is a cell, at least the information has to go in. So they asked us to, all the states were involved in that. From 2005, now it's already 2019. So we have 10 cells so far. From the past 2 years, we have many cells. But we need to establish another 100 cells in the coming 2 years. So I request all our esteemed IP scholars to stay with us till complete all the cells, because it's not easy, because coming here and arranging and convincing the institutions to open a cell, then they need to accept, they need to put up a coordinator, they need to spend money for this kind of a program, stay with you. And the management may ask, what is the return on investment, what is that I am going to get? Because all these things, normally I sitting as an executive secretary will also ask the same thing to my people when they come for a project. Even when Vivek puts up a thing, we also have a doubt whether it's going to give it back or something like that. So the management will always ask you questions. And the next thing is what happens after opening the IP cells. I think we need to have a regulatory mechanism or some such of monitoring or whatever it is. I think I don't want to sound it bureaucratic, but it has to be done because otherwise at each 3 months or periodically we need to have some sort of a thing saying that this IP cell in terms of awareness and in terms of registration or in terms of or whatever the program they have. A one-page write-up can be given once in 3 months. Otherwise, when we report back to Government of India, we hardly have anything to say because I cannot say I established stencil. The immediate question asked by my counterpart in Delhi is what are they doing? So then I say, okay, I'll go back and no, by coming here you should have brought that information to you. So, but this is, see, we are all independent institutions. I cannot force you to say anything or force you to do anything. But my humble request is, I think after opening cell, our responsibilities increases further. My problem is if there are no cells, I don't have to report much. But if there are more cells, so my only hope is that please see that whosoever is the I would like to see the coordinator also. So please, who is the coordinator? Okay. We need to see that. I think we need to meet quite often also, maybe once in 3 months, because in future we are going to have the IP cells meeting at KSCST with our professional experts. We need to also exchange ideas about what are we doing, where are we going, and how are we doing. And at that time we can also invite all the experts who have come today. And we have to show some tangible outputs, because that's responsibility, first responsibility. Second thing is incubation, then startup funds, then policy. Those things can take more time. But at least after 3 months we meet, at least in this year time, the college also should have an IP policy as well. And at least at the end of the day, we would like to see at least few patents registered in each IP cell. I'm not sure how, but that will be decided by the institution. But we need to stay in this for a longer time. And I believe we are going to stay. For us, it's easy to stay because we get funded. So, but please see that we need to stay together and show that. Fortunately, please sit down. Fortunately for us, as Professor Raman, this year is a tremendous improvement in the number of IP filed by you. But we are also taking credit of that. But I'm not. But I'm really not sure how much we are responsible for that. The entire ecosystem is gearing up towards that. But fortunately, after 10 long years staying here, in this IP thing, we can also take some of the credit, because we can also report to the government, see, because of our 32% or whatever it is improved. But I see that these cells at the end of the day, I mean, by this year end, if we are able to establish at least another 20, the remaining can be taken with 2020. So our job is done, and we can stay together. I only say that I wish all the success for the center, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.